come right down to the edge of the woodland. This is the last area I can potentially camp in, and this here looks like quite the spot. It's going to be a slight squeeze getting the tent into that position there because it's quite wide, but we'll see how we get on. We've got access to the river for water, washing up, etc. Someone's put a flat slab down there. That looks definitely like it's been placed there. Nice and flat for putting the twig stove on top of. Beautiful valley scenery. What more could you ask for? Oh, the woodland here is accessible. It's forestry commission, but it's accessible. So I'm going to go hunt me some firewood. Get the tent set up, go and get some firewood. That's task number one. Right, let's have a look. See whether we can actually fit the tent in this space. Ooh. It's going to be tight. This tent, for anyone wondering, this is the words are escaping me today. This is the Mountain Warehouse backpacker. This is a 3-man version because me and my wife are both big people, and well, we need a 3-manner, so it is what it is. Really nice tent. I've used it loads and loads and loads of times already. The last overnighter that I put up the other day was obviously in this one. It's comfortable, roomy, you can sit up in it, which is always a bonus. A lot of these smaller backpacking tents, you can't really sit upright in it. You sort of climb in like a tunnel, legs first, slide yourself in. Can't be doing with any of that personally. I think I'm going to have to sleep at a slightly diagonal angle tonight to avoid finding myself in much closer proximity to the River Dart than I really wanted. Not really the time of year for a midnight swim. Tent's up, time for firewood. I've emptied the bag here, taken everything except from the first aid kit out of it. Don't ever go anywhere without your first aid kit, especially when you're by yourself. Got my work gloves. I've got me Got the Silky Gone Boy saw, and I've got my knife with me as well. I'm going to go and try and find a little bit of small wood for the twig stove, and if I happen to come across some bigger boughs of deadfall or something along those lines, I might drag them back as well, so that we can keep the firebox going late into the evening and just sit in front of it by the river here. So I need to get moving. As I say, I've got about an hour of daylight left, and I don't know how far into those woodlands I'm going to have to go to actually find anything. So wish me luck. So this is exactly the sort of thing I'm looking for. Just a piece of dead standing, lovely and dry, crisp snap. Perfect for the twig stove. So I'm just going to process this down. And some of this thicker stuff towards the bottom will be good. There's another one dead standing just there. So plenty of good wood to be had. Well, I've come out at the top of the woodland. Managed to fill about half the bag full at this point. So I made a good start. The campsite is just down there. This wall leads pretty much back down to it. So I'm going to take a slightly different route back down into the woodlands again, work my way down and see what more I can collect on the way down. But the views up here are fantastic, and the company's not too bad either. Well, back from firewood collection. Not quite as much as I'd have hoped for, but it's enough. It's enough to get the steak cooked. I wasn't going to be having a particularly late night anyway. Can't beat this spot though, look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful down here. Got about 20 minutes, 30 minutes of decent daylight left. The camera's doing a really good job right now, keeping the light going. Brought a book. Just going to have a quiet one. I'll catch up with you once the dinner's on. On the menu tonight, steak, potatoes, onion, garlic, fried off in lard in a cast iron skillet. Nothing too fancy, fairly straightforward, fairly quick to cook. Should be great, should be fantastic. Right, let's get this chair put together. Oh, major improvement over sitting on the ground. That is for sure. Whether or not it'll take my weight long term is yet to be seen, but we shall see. Before I do anything as far as fire lighting goes, it's time to prep the veggies. Onion, bit of garlic, alright, so that's the veggie prep done. Gonna get some preemptively get some lard in the pan. I just need to sort myself some very fine kindling of the smallest sort, the stuff that's going to get the to get the fire started. A little bit of feather sticks is in order, I think, given that my pile of smallest kindling isn't as big as I would like it to be. Now I am 100% fully prepared that this could be a complete wipeout. And for that exact reason, I have brought a meth spirit stove with me, so that if it all goes terribly, terribly wrong, I will just get the spirit stove out and cook on that instead. But I would very much, very, very much like to succeed. So, in here, I've brought some birch bark from home. Not a huge amount of birches round here, so I thought it best to bring some. Right, it's almost time to put the steak on, I would say. Need to get the lantern lit first, because as you can see, I've had to turn the light on just so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Poking potatoes around a pan. We have light, much light. Pop that one down there, so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Oh. Oh, yes sirree. I am looking forward to that. Bit of pepper on there. Right, let's get this steak flipped over. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. Oh. I think we're there. Oh, mama, am I looking forward to this. yeah, she's juicy. Oh, she's a beaut. And these look pretty good too. Oh, gorgeous fried oniony potatoiness. Oh, well, that was delicious. Let's get the sleeping bag unpacked. First time using this one. That's why it's still got its label on it. Oh, yeah. Man, how do they always manage to roll them the first time? You never roll them back in again. That's for sure. Okay. Oh, looking forward to that later tonight. Right, well, for my after dinner treat, I've got a bottle of Dartmoor Brewery's Jail Ale. Seemed only appropriate, really. But first, being that I've just put the last of the wood that I've got onto the fire, and I'm about to fan it back to life, I'm going to make up a cup of hot chocolate. I'm literally just going to make it up in the cup, so as not to dirty up anything else. The lantern is adding a lovely little bit of ambient light to everything, just enough that you can see what you're doing. Really glad I brought that. Well, that makes me need a wee. Right, let's get this going. I don't think it's going to take particularly long for my hot chocolate to be ready. Trying to keep the handle just away from where the actual heat is. If it gets too hot though, I've got gloves and things to put on. I think we got a boil. Oh, we got a vigorous boil. I better get that off real quick before she burn. Ah. Hot chocolate was good. I think it might be the appropriate time to crack open the beer. Ooh, that's not a bad way to spend an evening. The fire is just finishing itself off, so we'll just wrap it up nice and safely inside the fire guard to finish itself off. Leave it be. Well, it's time for bed. I'm all tucked up, ready for sleep. Just going to take my fleece off, leave the trousers on, and clamber inside the sleeping bag. It's been really nice evening. Hopefully the night goes well. It's been really relaxing. Managed to get just the right amount of firewood in the end. Wouldn't have wanted to stay up much later anyway. So yeah, great success on this one. Definitely will be wanting to come back here again soon. Suspect it might be slightly busier during the summer. There's definitely lots of flattish patches everywhere, which suggests that there's quite a lot of people here more often than not. So be interesting to see whether it be this quiet during the summer. Certainly at the moment I'm the only one on the side of the river for probably a mile in either direction, which is far enough for me to care. So I'm just going to settle down. Brought a book with me, so I'm just going to settle down, read for a bit, and then off to sleep. I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning. It's 7 a.m. Slept well, other than needing to wake up like 4 times in the night for a wee. But there you go. Such is life. Yeah, sleeping pad's done its job. Kept the little thorns under this bed away from me. Pillow is a win. Inside of the tent is drenched with condensation. So I've just popped the door open, and now I'm just lying here, watching the river rolling past out of the door of the tent. It's not such a bad way to wake up in the morning. Sooner or later, once I feel up to it, you'll get out there and get the pancakes on. It's about 5 or 6 degrees this morning, so I've decided, you know what, I've got time, I'm not going anywhere, I'm not in a hurry, so we're going back to the woods. I could get a few more boughs of those spruce trees, some of the more of the dead boughs at the bottom. Pancakes wise, what we're doing, this is courtesy of Simon, a bloke in the woods. Where's the food bag? There she is. Here we go. So we've got a bag, pre-mixed pancake mix, flour, bit of salt, baking powder, powdered milk. Just going to add a bit of water from the filter into there, mix it around till it goes runny, and then chuck an egg in there as well. I've masterfully packaged an egg in such a way that it doesn't break, he says, hoping that it hasn't actually broken. It doesn't appear to have broken. So, washing up first, down in the stream, make up the pancake mix. As soon as the pancake mix is made, then I'll get cracking on the fire. Nobody loves doing cleaning and washing up afterwards. It's never as much fun as the fire and the camping and the steak. Right, so pancake mix is ready to roll. We just need to see if I'm going to try and do this without using the spoon in the bag. Right, let's try that much and hope for the best. Tired, shaky hands. Oh, we're getting close now. Please still be intact. Otherwise, this is all for now. Yes. Right, I'll get back with you guys once I've built this up a bit. Opening up a small hole in the bag, and here goes nothing, basically. Oh, look at that! Pancake. Cup of Joe. Cup of coffee, I think, is in order with pancake. Right, folks. I've got a tub of golden syrup. I've got a pile of pancakes. Probably more than I can realistically eat, but there you go. Didn't want to waste the mix. So now it's time for pancakes. Right, I'm going to leave the fire burning. It's boiling up my water for my coffee for me rather nicely right now. Very kind of you, sir. I'm going to move on to the sticky mess that is soon to be everything. No doubt. Yeah. This is what coming out in the outdoors is all about. Good food in the middle of bloody nowhere. Spoon, spoon, spoon. Oh, so good. Off we come. Well, the fire's burned down. I'm going to let it go out. I got way more wood than I needed, really. So I'm just going to let that completely burn out. I've just let the windbreak fall down because it was blowing smoke around in my face and I was getting fed up of it. The tent is almost dry. Inside feels pretty much dry now, so before the showers come back in a bit, well, they're not due to come back, but if the showers come back in a bit, I want to be packed down and ready to move on before then. In the meantime, not such a bad spot to just sit and drink a cup of coffee in the morning. I don't even know what time it is right now. Hang on. Oh, it's 11:30. It's lunchtime. Good job, because those pancakes filled me up. That was an awful lot of pancake, even for a fatty like me. That was far too much. That's a two-person portion of pancakes for sure. But yummy. Absolutely delicious nonetheless, especially with that golden syrup. Maple syrup would probably be even better, so maybe I'll switch it out next time I try that. Right, all cleared away. I'll leave this here for the next camper who comes along. Come in handy. This is definitely somewhere where people regularly have fires on that stone, so someone will have use for that. Time to go. Made it back. So now's the time where we kind of take the bag apart a little bit down to its constituent pieces again, and start the process of moving on to the next site and figuring out what we want to take to the next site. So it's all good fun and games. It's a heavy old bag to lug. It's only a mile and a half, 2 miles, but it's a heavy old bag to lug that distance. Gonna see what I can do to lighten the load before I go down to the quarry. See if I can lighten the load and get it into one bag so I'm not carrying anything separately. We'll see how we get on. Anyway, I'll catch up with you once I've found some kindling and we're on our way to the quarry.